Alright, we're on to part 2 of dilations and scale factors. Don't forget to give me your course number and section number with all communication. The objectives of this lesson is going to be to determine the coordinates of an image point that is the result of a dilation on a coordinate plane. In other words, we're going to be doing dilations on a coordinate plane. And determine the scale factor of a dilation from a pre-image and an image. So we're going to work it in reverse. Still the same terms that we're going to be using: center of dilation, contraction, dilation, expansion, and scale factor. Okay, dilations on a coordinate plane. You can perform dilations on a coordinate plane. I would hope so, because we've got a lesson on it. And the easiest dilations on a coordinate plane use the origin as the center of dilation. That's the easy ones. They're not all easy. And to dilate a point or figure out the origin, use the coordinates of the pre-image, multiply them by the scale factor to obtain the coordinates of the image. So if you look right here, I put in the yellow box. If you have the pre-image, E for pre-image is X and Y, okay? And it's centered at the origin, with the scale factor R. Then the image, remember, you got your pre-image and your image. This is how you'll get your image. Remember, the image has always got the little apostrophe for prime. You're going to take the X coordinate, multiply it by R. You're going to take the Y coordinate and multiply it by R. So let's look at that in action. It took me a while to make this graph because it is so big. It took a long time. Okay, we've got triangle ABC has the vertices of 7, 10. B is 4, -6, and C is -2, 3. So those are the points. And you can see I've already plotted them and drew a triangle. Find the image of ABC after a dilation centered at the origin with a scale factor of 2. Sketch the pre-image and the image. So what I'm going to do, if you'll notice up here it says pre-image and image, I'm going to take each of these coordinates, point A, which is 7 and 10, I'm going to multiply the X by 2 and the Y by 2. And remember, I'm getting that 2 from right here, the scale factor of 2. So I'm going to do them one at a time. Here's A. A is 7 and 10. I'm going to multiply by scale factor of 2. So I have A prime is 2 times 7 and 2 times 10. I'm going to get 14 and 20. Look up here at the red dot. Since I don't have numbers, it was just easier for me to go ahead and get the red dot up there for you to see. That's going to be the A prime point, which is 14 for X and 20 for Y. Okay, next I've got B, which is 4 and -6. I'm going to multiply those coordinates by 2. So I have 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times -6 is -12. So I put that point right down here. And then last but not least, we have point C, which is -2 and 3, multiplied by a scale factor of 2. So I'm going to take -2 times 2 is -4. Then I'm going to take 2 times 3, which gives me 6. So here's my point C, 6. Now what I'm going to do is draw me a triangle connecting those points. And there we go. Look how I even went ahead and labeled them with my new coordinates right there. And so this red triangle is going to be 2 times bigger than this blue one. This is an expansion with a scale factor of 2. Alright, so here's you another table that you can use for your notes. Okay, I have an absolute value of a scale factor greater than 1. The dilated points are further from the center than the original points. And that would be the center of dilation. If it's less than 1, then the dilated points are closer to the center than the original points. Okay? If I have a positive scale factor, dilated points are on the other side of the center of dilation from the original points. Okay? If I have negative, the dilated points are on the other side of the center of dilation as the free image. See how that works. Okay, the instructions tell us to sketch the image for the given figure in dilation. I got my pre-image, segment AB, under a dilation, with a scale factor of -3, and a center of dilation is C equals, where x equals 0 and y equals 4. So what can we determine from seeing a scale factor of -3? Well, first, because the scale factor is negative, the image must lie on the opposite side of the center of dilation. So if my center of dilation is going to be right here, I know my new image is going to be over here on this side, just because this is negative. The length of the image must be 1/3 the length of the original segment. So if I look over here, when you're on a coordinate plane, it's pretty easy because you just count the units. So I'm going to go A, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So a third of 6, you're going to say 6 divided by 3 is going to give you 2. Okay? So that tells me that my length of my new image is going to be 2 units long. Okay? It says each endpoint of the image must lie on the line containing an endpoint of the pre-image in C. So remember in our last lesson we had that quadrilateral where we put a line through the corresponding points of the quadrilateral. Well, we're going to kind of do the same thing now. We're going to draw the line and then plug in the points. So here's our center of dilation. Okay, so I'm going to take and I'm going to put a line through point A in the center of dilation. Okay, now I'm going to take a line and put it going through point B in the center of dilation. So you can see, just like we had before with the quadrilateral where we were looking for the center of dilation, your center of dilation is going to be where those lines intersect. Now watch this next trick. We knew that our new unit was, our new image was going to be 2 units long. We figured that out. We said, hey, this one's 6. If I divide it by 3, I'm going to get 2. So see how this is 2 units long? Right there. See how point B goes from here to here? Point A goes from there to there. Okay, this one says on a map of North America, the scale is 1 inch equals 30 miles. If 1 mile is equal to 5,280 feet and 1 foot is equal to 12 inches, what is the scale factor of the map? Well, first, we're going to have to convert the miles to inches. You can't really do scale factors unless everybody has the same units of measurement. So I'm going to convert that 30 to inches. So I have 30 miles multiplied by 5,280 feet per mile, and then each foot has 12 inches. So I just multiply all those together. I get 1,900,800. I'll say it right in a second. Next, I'm going to find the ratio of the image length to the pre-image length. Remember, we always put the image in the numerator, the pre-image in the denominator. So, my image length is 30 miles. My pre-image length is 1 inch, and we got that from right here. And then, well, I got to simplify this, okay? 30 divided by 1. I'm going to get 1,900,000 inches. I think there's supposed to be an 8 right there. I left the O out. There should be an 8 there. So anyway, when I divide that by 1, I'm going to get 800 inches. And like I said, there should be an 8 right there. Okay, so Tina made a sketch of the quilt block that she designed. The quilt block measures 12 by 12 inches. What is the scale of her sketch? Well, here's her sketch, and it's 3 by 3 inches. Her actual block is 12 by 12. So the actual block is going to be my pre-image. The sketch is going to be my image. So first, I need to find the ratio of the image length to the pre-image, or the size of the actual block to the size of the sketch. And that's what I had just told you. So here you got your image over your pre-image. So my image is 12. Remember, the quilt block measures 12 by 12. The pre-image is 3. So remember, you got to simplify this. So what's 12 divided by 3? It's going to be 4. Oops. So I didn't put any additional things there. I think I should have. So my scale factor is going to be 4. All right, here we got a pre-image of FGDE and a dilation image of a prime FGDE. Okay, so here's the pre-image. This is the image. Okay, to determine the scale factor used in this dilation, I need to find the lengths of the two corresponding sides. Lengths of two corresponding sides. And then once I do find the lengths of two corresponding sides, I need to find their ratio. Now, when you're choosing the sides, you need to try to choose a pair of sides whose lengths can be determined easily. So if I look at this picture, you don't ever want to get a diagonal one unless you have to, because then you've got to use the Pythagorean theorem to figure out what the length is. So you don't want to do that. You always want to get horizontal or vertical lines. So in this case, the easiest sides to measure are the prime ED right here and ED, because they're vertical and have endpoints at the intersection of lines. See how it's the points right here at the intersection of these light gray lines. Okay, so that's the reason you want to pick that. Okay, well the ED prime right here is 1 unit long. Right? ED is 4 units. Because I go from E, I go 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 units long. So remember, the second step was to calculate the ratio. So you've got the image over the pre-image. So I'm going to have 1 over 4. So the scale factor is 1/4. Okay? Remember how if the absolute value is less than 1, it gets smaller? Remember that? And if it's positive, it's going to get closer to the center of dilation. Okay, the summary for this lesson: we perform dilations on a coordinate plane, use the coordinates of the pre-image and multiply them by the scale factor to obtain the coordinates of the image. Okay? If a point xy is dilated with the scale factor t and the center of dilation is at the origin, then the image of the point is going to be tx. Actually, t multiplied by x and t multiplied by y. To determine the scale factor used in the dilation, first find the lengths of the two corresponding sides and then find their ratio. After you get finished with this video, please go through and read the LMS Dilation and Scale Factors Part 2. Be sure to complete your student guide because you get to use your notes on quizzes and tests. Read through the lesson and the reference guide. Go to your problem set and complete 21 through 29 odd. And after you get finished with those, if you have any questions or still some concepts about dilations and scale factors you don't understand, please, please, please contact me using Toga or Paymail, using Yahoo IM or Paymail, and then attend Toga and ask any questions there that you need to that's it for this lesson. Thank you for listening.